Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you? And happy weekend. That's when I'm dropping these cards. I hope you're well. Thanks for showing up here, Capricorn. I've got some oracles. We're going to look at the oracles for the overall feel of the reading, and then we're going to hit it with some tarot and get some details for you, Cappies. Look, there's lots of changes. Mars is in your sign, I think, right? And so that is the destruction of the old. So you can, once it moves out, then you'll be able to build up the new. But we've got all sorts of things going on. We just came through a full moon in Leo, and there's all sorts of astrological things, anomalies that are going on after hundreds of years. Please check with your local astrologer to find out why things have been a little bit rough. I feel like, Mars is probably propelling you into being more organized, but I also feel like it's probably telling you it's time to just speak up and say, no more of that. I need to be more organized than that. And I'm not allowing anybody to come into my life and tell me what I need to do. Feels like a little bit of aggressive organization or leadership. Tell me more about Capricorn, please. Capricorn, at the end of this video, as usual, I'm going to tell you about how to find the extended and also about private reads. Thanks for showing up here. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for your hypes. Thank you for your comments. All right, we have request. We have ponder and create. I feel like somebody is going to request something of your time, your efforts, your energies. It feels like somebody is probably going to do that in a very short amount of time. Look, we have an egg timer here. I'm just going to say the egg timer is like, I don't know, what is it? I think some of them go up to an hour, but not many. I feel like, it says 55. Oh, there's 555 right here. Yeah, something is showing up really quickly here. I feel somebody's coming to make a request of you. Somebody wants something from you or wants you to help them. We'll look at more as we get to the tarot, but then we have ponder. Look at this. I feel like this isn't a cut and dry yes or no. It feels like it's something that you are going to have to think on for a while, because it feels like it's going to be something that is going to require that you give an investment of money. We've got fish and water here, and to me that's money. It feels like it's something you need to ponder, because I think it will contribute to your growth, but I also feel it will take you to a place that you've wanted to go anyway. But I feel like this is showing up quicker than you were prepared to deal with it, is what it feels like. This create energy here, it does feel like it has to do with creation. Look, we have painting, we have pencils, we have a little doorway here. It feels like somebody here is... there's paint here and pencils. It feels like somebody might ask you to contribute to creating something. Maybe someone wants you to go in on business with them. Maybe someone is going to ask you to do their books for their business. It's going to ask you for your advice. I feel like you're going to have to really ponder before you make a decision, because it feels like this could be something that could hamper your freedom. It feels like it will... I feel like you'll be making a decision here that may bring you to a place in your life where you no longer have the wiggle room or the freedom to do whatever you want. You may have to be bound by contract or something like that. All right, maybe you like your freedom too much. There's gratitude there as well. One more card. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Cappies. One more card for Capricorn. What else do we need to know? Okay, that one wants to flip out. We've got the wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Okay, so it's a creative journey, friend, is what it feels like. Someone is going to make a request of you to join them on some sort of creative journey. That could be anything, really. We'll look at the tarot and find out what that is. But we've got enjoy the journey. So you may say yes, because you may see the value in the journey, even though you don't get to the destination. Or maybe they're asking you to just put in for a certain amount of time. Maybe you'll say, maybe I'll just offer, looking over your business plan. And maybe that's it, because you want your freedom. We have the mystic healer. Healing energy flows through you and offering a way for them, like helping them through whatever it is that they need to be helped with. Your healing energy is the reason that they're coming to you for help, because you are the healer. You are the one who is Organized but kind. I've got this this surrender deck here. I thought we would use this because we just came through a full moon, right? And so what is it that you need to surrender, friend? This is like a really strong full moon, then that energy will be with us for a while. Tell me about you. Okay, so I think you have a fear of change, friend, and a fear of intimacy, possibly. So the fear of change here, it says the universe is surrender your fear of change. It says the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or your relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith and all is well. So it does feel like here that the reason that you need to ponder is because you never run into anything quickly, but I also feel like this is going to change some things that have to do with your freedom. And so you may not be willing right away, but I think you're going to think about it first. We've got surrender your fear of intimacy. Oh, that's why. I feel like you're going to have to let somebody in. Look, I'm just going to say Capricorn. Please don't take this wrong. But you are a little bit of a fortress. I'm going to say you're just a little bit of a fortress that you will skippity-doo over things that make you uncomfortable, and not necessarily, unless you've got water in the moon or the rising, you won't necessarily open up that way. And so it says here you are ready to let love in. It could be love of self or love of another. It says compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Maybe that's what we're talking about here. Let's talk about tarot. Tell me what's going on with Capricorn. Tell you about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cappies. Tell me about Capricorn. Ooh, okay, well that one just popped, didn't it? We've got the Devil in reverse. The Devil in reverse. The Six of Wands is here with ponder. Oh, I see. That might be why you need to ponder, because it's going to put a spotlight on you. The Knight of Pentacles is here with create. You're very slow to make something. Yeah, it does feel like it is a creative endeavor. This could be a business endeavor. Maybe you're someone who's writing a book or wants to write a memoir. I feel like the Devil being in the reverse to me is always the release. Releasing the strings, no more strings attached, no more codependency. It feels like somebody is going to make a request of you to help release them from something. Could be a financial debt, right? We've got Pentacles here. Could be a financial debt. Could you help release me from that? I feel like it does benefit you to do this in some way, because it does help with, look, maybe somebody wants to create something with you, but in order for you to create that something, you're going to have to help them pay off some sort of debt, or and debts aren't always financial, right? It could be time, effort, energy, money. Feels like it's some sort of a debt, but it feels like you're pondering it because you know that this would be a sure win. It feels like it would be a victory. You would have success in this. You know that. I think that the reason you're going to ponder those because it's going to throw you in the spotlight, and you're not really sure. This could simply be that maybe somebody's asking you to co-sign a loan. Could very well be that, but you got to think about it. I feel like this Knight of Pentacles and this create energy, I'm sort of looking at it as the creating of something tangible in the 3D. And it feels like it's taken a long time to get here. So it feels like it is to your benefit to make an offering financially, time, effort, energy, or money to create this thing. You know that the reason you're getting into it is because of the journey. So please, if you're going to do it, please don't expect to be paid back. Don't expect that you are going to reach the outcome. I feel like you should do it because you want the journey, the learning process. I feel like the Eight of Swords is telling me that you're really undecided. You're kind of stuck in your head. Because I feel like I'm supposed to tell you don't be invested in the outcome, because I don't know that you'll be hanging around in this creative process enough or long enough to enjoy the outcome. Tell me about the Devil and request. Somebody is asking for a help of releasing something here. So we do have the Four of Swords, the Sun, and the Emperor. So it does feel like it is somebody who already possibly has an empire or sees you as the emperor. You might be the person of influence. Or this is somebody who shows up with an opportunity for you, and they are a person of influence. Take it as you think it might fit for you. It feels like the sun is here. I think that you trust this person. If this is someone outside of you, I feel like you trust them. I feel like they have a good track record. This is someone who manages their finances really well because they are the King of Pentacles. This is someone you know to be a hard worker. King of Pentacles, King of Wands. You know this person to make good decisions. King of Swords, right? The Emperor is all of the kings. It feels like this is something that you know, like you know your own name. The sun is here. You can see everything. Everything's very transparent. And I feel like somebody is going to make a request of your time. Now, the problem is with that I think is the Four of Swords. Do you know if this person has done their healing? Are you ready? Are you healed enough? Because it feels like it's going to be, when you're getting involved with the Emperor here, it's going to be a big push because the Emperor doesn't do anything on a small scale. The Emperor is building an empire. So this is going to be something pretty large. If you're the person who is the Emperor, it feels like somebody here is going to bring you something that is going to bring a breakthrough in healing for you. It feels like they're going to make a request for you. And I feel like enjoying the journey or going on the journey is what's going to be the healing power for you. And so that's why you might be pondering this, because you see it as a win-win. They win, you win, right? You get the journey, you get the healing, and they get the financial outcome possibly. Tell me about the Six of Wands. We've got the Six of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Two of Cups. I really do think that you're going to say yes. Whatever this creative endeavor is, it feels like you are going to say yes because, one, it's very transparent. Somebody here you really trust, or you've had a breakthrough with this person already, or you're a person who lives in the sun. I just want everything to be transparent. And I feel like you feel this will be a healing journey. The Six of Wands with the Six of Cups, right? And sixes is going back to the beginning and taking the path. And so I feel like this really puts you back at the beginning. Like maybe you're thinking about the Six of Cups. Maybe you're thinking about where you were in your life at the same age the Emperor is. Maybe you are the Emperor and this is one of your children. It feels like somebody here really does need your involvement in something, whether this is your boss possibly, or your father, or somebody you see as an emperor, person of influence, somebody who is who usually keeps everything under wraps and doesn't ask for help. Could be somebody who's coming to you to say, I really do need your input on something. So the Six of Cups is here, and the Eight of Wands is here. I feel like this person is somebody that you've known for a long time and that you do trust them, that you're ready to move forward. I think the Two of Cups is, yes, let's deepen the bond. So this could be something romantic. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. It could be something financial as well. I feel like after pondering for a while, I think you do move forward to deepen the bond. The relationship bond, the emotional bond, somebody that you're going to get closer to emotionally. Tell me about the create, and the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Three of Cups, we've got the Lovers, and we've got the Ace of Swords. It feels like this Emperor could also be someone who is, if it's not you and it's someone outside of you, someone who may want you to get into a deeper bond relationship with them. This might be simply the decision of, are we just going to see each other exclusively and no one else? It could be, very much could be that. So the Three of Cups being here tells me with the Lovers and the Ace of Swords is that this seems like a really good creative connection, a deepening of a connection, or this person comes up with a creative way to say it to you because the Ace of Swords is here. The Lovers is here with the Three of Cups. This is a very happy reunion or a happy union. It feels like the choice to speak out loud about this creative endeavor. Look, a creative endeavor could be you and me joining forces to take on the world. It could be that. It could be something to do with business because Pentacles are here. I feel like it's taken a really long time for somebody to come up with some type of exciting offer. And I feel like it's done over dinner, or maybe someone is going to ask you to go out on a date. It could be that if it's got nothing to do with money here. We've got the Eight of Swords and enjoying the journey. So I feel like you're pondering this energy, but I think you will say yes. But I feel like it's going to take you a while because the Eight of Swords is here. The Eight of Swords, the swords are like, I need to really be clear about what all the pitfalls are before I say yes to the journey, because I don't know about the outcome. whenever we get into a relationship, we never know what the outcome is going to be. If we're talking about a working relationship, when we finally get hired onto the place we want to work, we don't know what that's going to end up being. Is it going to crash and burn? Is it going to work really well? We don't really know. This could be a romantic relationship. This could be a financial relationship. Maybe you give me money, I create the product, and then we sell it together. It feels like this Eight of Swords tells me that the journey is what you're more invested in, because you know that you could possibly not be around for the outcome. I feel like you don't really want to be tied to it. I feel like you want your freedom. So some of you might say no, but I feel like ultimately it feels like most of you will say yes. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. We've got the Five of Cups. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Hey, you see this as a really good opportunity for the journey. That's what it looks like. I really want to put the work and the effort into it, because the Knight of Wands is here saying, ooh, this is a really good risk, though. I feel like it's a stable risk, and if I don't take it, Five of Cups, I might regret it. So I feel like this is the place where you're sort of in the prison of the mind, thinking about all the pitfalls and all the things that could go wrong. I think it's an obsessive thought pattern that you have to get yourself out of, because look, somebody who is as analytical, like CEO energy like you, is going to look at all the pitfalls first before I make the decision about the corporation or about my whole empire. And this empire could mean really that you are a person who's lived on your own for a very long time, who's been independent, who makes unilateral decisions, and now you're going to have to share the decision-making process with someone else. So I feel like the Eight of Pentacles tells me, yep, I'm ready. I'm ready to take a risk. I'm ready to jump right in. And it feels really good. It feels like I'm bravely going to jump right in. I feel like I have enough details. I have enough information. I have all the details, and I would be a fool not to do it, or I don't want to regret not doing it, because I feel like the outcome would be good. So it does feel like we've got gratitude and freedom. Why is that? We've got prepare. Okay. So it does feel like that there is some sort of preparation for something that is about to be born, is what it feels like, because we've got the big egg here, right, with a pentacle in the middle. So again, it could be financial, but it also could be the union of two people. And we've got gratitude here. Freedom was on top. And so gratitude of freedom. Now look, we're in 2026. We're not in 1950. So this could look like a relationship that's very different. And it could be, I'm looking forward to the journey, because maybe you live in your house. We buy houses on the same street. I live in my house. You live in your house. It feels like you want your freedom. Like, don't fence me in. Don't expect the morning text. Don't expect the night text. I'm a person who's very busy. I also have a busy schedule. It feels like a relationship where I don't want to be fenced in. I'm going to enjoy the journey with you, but don't fence me in. That's what it feels like. Look, we're going to go into the extended. If you want to come there, we're going to talk more about this and about your fear of everything changing, because I think that maybe if this is you, this Emperor energy, that you've been in control of your whole life for so long that it's going to be kind of scary to move forward and open it up, be vulnerable emotionally, and deepen a bond with somebody who's now going to have say in your creative process. It could be a business thing, right? Take it as it is for you. But we're going to go into the extended and look at the top of the comments. There is one link, and if you click on more, read more, you will see that there is a link there for the extended. That's where all of the extendeds go, is in the membership area. It's a link for the membership. So if you want at least 4 extendeds in a month, please click there and come join us in the membership, where you will also get some readings that are just for the membership as well, not on the wider platform. If you're interested in a private read, please know I do offer those. The pre-recorded reads, also the live reads, are available. Got one booked for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. I will be online tomorrow between 8 and 10 p.m. Central Standard Time if you want to connect. Also, my private reads, my pre-recorded reads, they begin at $25 and go up from there. Take the link to Hypsee and you will see my timetable. You will also see all the pricing. All right, let's get 3 cards on the table. This could be whatever's coming up, or this could be your advice. Let's find out what's going on in the extended, which is the Five of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Wands. You know what? I think that you are going to hesitate. It does feel like indecision a little bit, but once you get your perspective and you realize that this is really a good life opportunity, the Hanged Man hangs upside down from the tree of life. Once you get your perspective on it and you see things from a different view, I think that you make the big bold move to move forward, because the Knight of Wands is very brave, and that's what we're talking about. I feel like it also could have something to do with this, the fear of intimacy, opening up, being in the 2 of Cups, right? With somebody who you have not been in the Two of Cups with before. Taking shelter, the answers are within. So there we go. The Mystic Healer is saying, look, you're the High Priestess. Go within for your answers. Don't worry about what's going on out there. Make sure you get the answers by going within, because that's what the Queen of Cups would do. I can't write that. You know, this is the empath, right? The empath, the psychic one, the compassionate, loving, kind one, who's very deep. Yeah, you'd be close. This is a major shift in your life, and that's why this is very scary. But coming to the extended, if you want to go into the extended with us, please know that there is a link there for that, and hope to see you there. And if not, that's okay, because I'll be back, because I'm always back happy. So you take care of yourself, and see you in the extended. Bye-bye.